Do you want to start and then I go in, or
what was our predictions on it?
You come in.
Well, I think we
said Liverpool wins.
Liverpool win.
I think we've got
Clear.
it up.
We all had Liverpool
We've got
wins.
it up on the screen.
4-0.
Oh wow,
3-0, 5-0.
Flex 4-0.
4-1. Even Flex went 4-0.
And they're all honest. I don't think any of us, even including myself, would regret that, because at the time that's what we thought would happen.
Of course.
But Manchester United did very well.
Funny enough,
I've got to say
right?
it.
Funny enough,
They did.
I went 4-0 then I revised it. When I did
Best of Enemies.
Best of Enemies, I said that I get the feeling it's going to be a lot closer than everyone thinks, because the United players are going to be fighting. Pride is going to become involved, and they cannot go there and get turned over and destroyed. And I'll tell you what, they played well, man.
They
really did.
Played really
They
well.
were more sensible in their defending. They didn't go with this crazy. It was more of a back five, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right? And, bro, they should have won the game at the end there, Maguire. That weren't offside to Xerxes.
No.
Xerxes was onside. If Maguire would have scored that goal.
Mad.
It's a poor pass from Xerxes. It's bobbling. It's not a great pass.
Well,
He was nervous.
Luckily.
what happened to you lot?
And like Virgil said, in another day, we got lucky.
Do you know what? I want to start off praising
You go.
Man United though.
You
Because
go.
Man
I
United,
think
They were
that's what
brilliant.
it
Man
needs to
United
be
were
first.
unbelievable.
They
Like
were very good.
Agate in that midfield was just hoovering up everything. You look at that
And Mainu,
that
the
game
two
on
of them
paper.
together.
Yeah, you look at that game on paper. It was Jones, Gravenberch, and McAllister. I'm thinking, they're going to outnumber Man United in midfield. Mainu's not the quickest. They're not going to get about the pitch quick enough. And Agate just said, this is my game. He just won the ball back, brilliant passing, progressed it. Dalot on the left-hand side, he's got Trent to deal with.
Dalot for me was the man of
defensively.
the match.
For me as well, I
Dalot's
agree.
best game,
And then going forward, he's cooking Trent. He's put in the most dangerous cross of the game for Dalot, which he's got to put in with his header. He's cooked him. It was unbelievable. It was absolutely what a
Ahmad, the
performance.
header.
Yeah, he's got to
What
score
was
that.
he doing?
He's got to score that. He's ran too fast.
Yeah.
He's
run
not
past
judged
it,
the pace of the ball properly.
Do
And
you
he's,
know what? I think the first to get that.
You was there. You
scoreline-
was at the game,
I was
huh?
at the game. Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
He was entertaining.
Well, just asking. You always love going to Anfield. Just want to say if you enjoyed it. It's cold.
It was, mate. I've never been more cold.
It's
at a football.
freezing.
And obviously,
The roof was
Flex
leaking.
begging for the game to be called off. You saw Carragher taking the snow off. Neville was putting it back on.
Yeah.
It was the coldest. I was wearing long johns, top and bottom, 2 pairs of socks, t-shirt, jumper, puffer jacket, neck warmer, gloves,
Wow.
and a hat.
Jesus. Did you go to
That is
Kazakhstan?
cold. I might
went
as well
Astana.
have been in Astana, mate. By the way, it was going on. But I think,
Jeez.
listen, I don't regret saying that we were going to win 3-0. I thought on paper that's what we should be doing to a team down there in the 14th, 15th position. That does get thrown away when it is United game. And I think if we didn't score, my worry was if you don't score in the first 20 minutes, they're going to make it really difficult.
Grow into the game.
And I'm going to do what you did. You got to praise Manchester United. They were better than us on the day. And actually, on another day, they score. And the game plan that they played worked perfectly. They frustrated us. The crowd got on top of them. After shout out the crowd for the lack of atmosphere yesterday. I don't know why. Maybe it's because we were too cold. But actually, when you look back, United should have won that game. And Liverpool have to wake up now because the character is going to be tested big time at Tottenham. We got Forest away, then Brentford away. So this is where the metal is made. But at the same time, the context is, at the start of the season, if you offered me this on January the 6th, 6 points clear, game in hand, unbeaten in 25, of course I'd take it.
Hold on a minute, right?
course I'd take it.
Has your chest?
Came in here, the
has your
chest was right.
deflated?
I think we'll win the league.
But your chest is deflated a little bit. Do you regret
I think
going
we'll win the league.
as early?
Not really, because
Well,
I
listen,
said, like
hold
you
on.
said,
We've got
January
a
25th.
super chat here for Rose Red.
Yeah.
He says,
I went
Dear
on.
Robbie, on behalf of the Liverpool fans, can you replace the jinx merchant with Doyle? Right? We've had enough of him cursing the team with his bad luck.
If you actually
Now they're
believe
putting it
that I
down to
jinx
you.
stuff, then you need to get out of.
If Arsenal were taking advantage, which we'll get to in a minute.
Bloodshot
maybe they'll
Eyes
do it
says,
properly.
AGT, why can't you wait until the season's over to start your cooking instead of running your mouth midway? They exit
win
exit the stream and take the photo with you.
People
Look at
wanted
the photo. What's
chest.
he doing over here?
Put it prime
'Cause it's broken.
position. Yeah, because you broke it.
Yeah. But again, like, I don't regret it. Do I still think that Liverpool can win this league? 100%.
Can.
Can.
No, sorry. Can is not what was agreed.
Whoa.
We'll still win the league. Yes,
You're gonna win. Listen, you're gonna win the league. Don't worry about
Hold on,
it.
wait a minute. There's another thing, right? There was a rumour, right, that after the game, a fight broke out in the change room.
Van Dijk mash up Trent.
Van
Good is what I
Dijk
say.
on Trent and
Yep.
all that. Now,
Nunes as well.
Darwin Núñez.
Why? What's Nunes fighting about?
Listen, you're in a commanding position. You know, because we drop points, everybody drop points around you anyway.
Yeah.
But
Nothing's changed.
No, right, nothing's changed.
Still 6 points clear.
But
One game
are
less.
you starting to get worried now of a little bit of an implosion? Because it's still only when you check it out, right? I was looking at it this morning. I'm like 19 games off for 19 games for you, 20 for us. It's halfway through, really.
Yeah.
Still a lot that could go wrong.
100%. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden now, there's infighting. You know what I mean? There's people calling him Tranmere. Well, Roy Keane, Tranmere Trent. That was wicked.
I call him AMB Alexander.
Right? There's Mo Salah still saying, boy, my deal ain't done. Even Van Dijk after the game saying he's far from his deal being done. This now's becoming a problem. Fans, I couldn't, listen, I know Trent had a bad game. But the way I saw Liverpool fans piling in on Trent,
You don't want that.
I was like, my God, man.
You don't want the negativity. And also, there's
big time.
We were talking about this on Thursday with the Trent situation. I think it's kind of mad how, like, as a fan base, like you're pinning most of this on Trent. Like
he's getting the blame yesterday.
We said it the other day. It should be effort. Look, he had a poor game yesterday, but especially by his standards, anyway, had a really, really poor game. Maybe there is stuff that's going off the field that is affecting that, or he's just had a poor game. But the fact that your fan base are turning on Trent because of the contract situation. He deserves the right. If he wants to go, he's won everything there is to win with you lot, right? And it's not down to him. It's down to FSG.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with the fan base. If you
But they weren't having a go at FSG yesterday. They were having a go at Trent.
It's redirected at the wrong place. If he wants to leave, he's done everything for your club.
I'm so sorry, just before you come, I'm just saying that these little things are things that in a season where everything's been going brilliantly, everything's been going perfectly for Liverpool, all of a sudden. Right, and listen, it can't be. It's not something that can't be reversed. But all of a sudden, this is becoming like a problem.
Yeah,
little bit of
this
adversity.
Trent thing,
and
because
it's all we talk about.
Yeah, even after the
it.
game, you heard like Jamie Carragher's going on about it. It's a big issue. This, I mean,
yeah. For me, listen, that the alleged fight that happened in the change room can be either a good or a bad thing. It can be good, and it galvanizes everyone. It makes you think, right, we've got a fight on our hands. We need to all step up the levels and go on and win. The other side of it is, with the contracts talks just constantly circling, all of these three players, that has the potential to derail your title challenge.
Yeah.
If all of these talks aren't sorted out, I mean, me and Doyle spoke about it on the COP TV this morning. And like the first person said, if you want to see more of Doyle, go on the COP TV this morning, because we had a good chat about it. But we kind of just want it sorted whatever happens now.
Yeah.
And I think the Liverpool fans last night had a right to criticise Trent because of his performance.
Absolutely.
Not because the contract isn't sorted out. That's on us to sort out. But now what we've done on Friday night before the game on Sunday is we've said, right, there's your offer, 300k, the ball's in your court. If you now reject this, you're going to feel the wrath of the fans, because now you've got what you want. You've got the 300k a week. We're offering you the big deal. You can be the captain. Everything's on the plate for you. It's, do you want to come and eat? And separately from that, the performance last night was one of the worst I've ever seen from Trent. And yes, you can have a go at him. You can have a go at him because he's not running back, because he's misplacing passes, because he lost possession 25 times last night. And I'm standing there in the game going, take him off on the hour mark, right? It's clearly not working. There was even an argument to say take him off at half time. What I can't compromise, and what I'm sick of defending him for, Rob, is the lack of effort to run back. Robertson can make mistakes, and we've seen that a lot of times this season, but guess what? He will break his neck and sprint like his life depends on it to get back and win that ball back. With Trent, I'm seeing him lose the ball from our throw-in, right, which is in almost the corner flag for us. He's played it in field and he's jogging. And you saw Virgil look at him when Virgil had to do the legwork to get back and stop that cross from coming in. He didn't need to say anything. He looked at him as if to say, why are you not running? And there is no excuse for that. You can be speaking to Real Madrid, you can be, convincing yourself that you want to stay, you want to go, that's fine off the pitch. But on the pitch, there is no excuse for not running, Rob. And I'm sick and tired of defensively looking at him from a high up position in the pitch to us being really under the cosh and him not breaking his back, because Sunday League players do that. They run back and help their team. That is not acceptable,
Rob. Will this intensify, right? Let's say he has a bad game against Spurs.
I'd
this start
play Conor
intensify
Bradley.
now?
I'd leave him out the limelight for a week.
But then if you leave him out now, then he's more likely to leave, isn't he? He's more likely to say,
questions.
look, the man ain't even playing me now.
Well,
Look,
but it might be
I've had one bad game.
Yeah, and that's key to say. It is one bad game. It's not like he's done this 10 times this season.
So, you leave him out against Spurs. He's like, I've had one bad game, and look how these men are turning on me already. Look how these fans are turning on me. Should I stay here? No,
but they're turning on you because you're not breaking your neck to get back, Rob. There's a difference.
Yeah, but you just said it's one game.
Yeah,
it's one game. And as I said, I was taken aback when I heard, like, on the radio and everything, the way...
That's very reactionary, isn't it? After the game, people calling in. But would they have the same opinion this morning? I don't know.
But the way they were going at him as a Liverpool... guys come through the ranks. There's people saying that, you know what I mean,
they want to see a bit more
if
effort.
he goes, you've got to get us a big transfer fee. He has, I mean, he ain't cost nothing for Liverpool. He has brought a lot of success
100%.
to Liverpool. But the way that you're right, it is reactionary. But wow, I mean, what do you think, Matisse? I mean,
he was making
it's
Salah
a
look
bad
like
situation
Damien
now.
Duff.
And then you've got the Salah. Salah's still
waiting.
saying that, boy, my thing's way off. And as I said, even Van Dijk
at least we've made the offer
game
to Trent now. At least we know that we've done our part. We've made you the offer. The Van Dijk and Salah offer will come now, but the main frustration last night was just the lack of the effort and clearly his head's all over the place. It scrambled.
When Alan Madrid knock, it's a loud knock.
You got to answer the door.
You got to answer the door.
Answer the door.
It's going to disturb.
At least going to have a look through the peephole, innit?
So
and he'll be happy there with Jude and, you know, Vinny.
If that's what he wants, I'd rather know now. Like, break the silence, say what you're going to do, and then everyone can crack on with winning our 20th title. Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
We just want to know what's going to happen.
Sometimes
because
in a breakup,
at the end of the day, I think he's got to go. He's got to go to Real Madrid. Conor Bradley's a very good player.
He is very good.
He's a very good
player.
He
came on straight
into people.
Could have scored at the end as well.
And Liverpool will go on. Trent will go to Real Madrid.
Life will go on with that.
And Liverpool move on with Conor Bradley. I think that's the only scenario and solution I see to the situation.
Definitely gone now?
Listen, as time goes on and the silence is still silent and we're not hearing from his side, because he can control this narrative. At the minute, everyone and their dog is controlling the narrative of what Trent wants to do, when he's going to sign, he wants to play with Jude.
Does he need to do that? Like, does he? Why does Trent need to be the one to come out and say that?
I think it would benefit the team to go on and win this title.
Then, like we said to you the other day, if he'd have come out at the start of the season and said, look, it's my last season here, whatever, you'd have said bench him. Why?
And I've still heard
it's difficult because we don't know. We don't know because that never got said, right?
No, but that was what your opinion was.
It could have done one of two
you.
things. It could have broken us and we say get him out now, or it could have galvanised us even more.
Sure, but then when you had the Klopp situation last year, where you was also on for the treble, the quad, whatever you were on for at that time,
and he announced
then he announced it, and then it went the other way. So if
up
Trent
until March,
says that,
April, it did. But
if Trent comes out and says at the start of the season, this is my last season, and then you're saying, okay, well, let's bench him, let's play Conor Bradley, then fine.
Yeah.
But then that also tarnishes how you lot feel about Trent, which is what's happening at the minute.
Yeah.
So then if he now comes out after the January window, or he signs a pre-contract agreement or something like that, or doesn't take the offer, then that's also tarnishing in it, and then that could also have a negative effect on what happens with Salah or what happens with Van Dijk and how the rest of the season plays out.
Just to round it off, right? I think
these
whatever
things should be
happens
kept inside the club.
I agree. There's no winner in that situation. If he said at the start of the season, I'm leaving, he's got the fans against him. If he leaves it up until now, the fans are going to be against him, whatever you do. But I think when you see the interviews where he's saying, I want to be the captain, I've never looked at another club, show us that on the pitch. Well, no, it's the start of this season. I know Lukaku said it. There's a different level of loyalty though there. But listen, at the end of the day, it's 4 draws and 1 defeat in 19. We're still top with 6 points, little gap there. But now the big test is you've got to make sure you get 1 foot in the final against Tottenham on Wednesday. That Forest game now, it's Tuesday night, 8 o'clock next week. I'm going to it, yeah.
I think we've worked out how important Szoboszlai is as well.
And that's
Jones
key.
was poor.
Jones was non-existent yesterday.
Szoboszlai would have been a different ballgame.
And do you know what? He was suspended for the last game against West Ham, fresh for this one, but he got illness or whatever.
Yeah.
He is crucial for us in terms
Jones
of pressing.
Was poor,
he was non-existent.
All them things you just said are true, AGT, right? But it is a bit of a shock to the system because when everything's going so well, and then like we all expected like you guys to turn over United, and then especially after our result. You think to yourself, nah, this is it.
Yeah.
Like when they win that now, it's like basically we just coast down to.
And what a game to prove that you want to stay at the club, United at home.
It gives everybody a bit of hope because you look at it, you think,
who's everybody?
You could beat Liverpool. You know what I mean? No, I'm not on about. I'm not even,
ain't me.
Go on.
I'm not necessarily on about winning leagues, right? But I'm on about like teams playing Liverpool.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, if United could do that, I got a little bit
Forest
of hope
have already
as
done
well.
it.
Yeah,
and everyone's eating at United this season.
Exactly, and that's why it's even more frustrating that we couldn't beat this crap team.
Even on a slot for the first time, I was
Subs
like,
were wrong, yeah.
Subs were wrong.
Yeah,
they were wrong,
and then also when I heard him after the game, basically saying that United parked the bus, and you know what I mean, their tactics. It's like, oh,
Yeah, actually,
their tactics were
They
good.
created great chances.
He was more or less saying they part of the bus,
They
innit?
did.
He said
Could've done better.
he said they had so many people behind the ball, and it was just like, I mean,
The thing
Great
is,
chances.
I actually give United credit. I thought
Yeah.
they played
They
very
played well.
the
You
best
have to
United
give them
performance
credit.
I've
They're
seen at
excellent.
Anfield in
yeah.
maybe a
their
decade.
best performance of the season.
Well, it's the best
Yeah, one
performance
of,
I've seen
yeah.
them have for God knows
Yeah, they
how
were
long.
they were
With the
excellent.
FA Cup. But
Yeah.
I think you also have to be careful when criticising Liverpool because Liverpool have been ridiculously good. You
Yeah,
know, they have been
yeah,
the best
yeah.
team in
They've been the
Europe.
best team.
And no one expected Liverpool to be
That's the levels, though,
top
the
of the league.
standards that we.
Of
that we have
course,
for
but I think
ourselves.
that there is, you know, obviously you can criticise Arne Slot. Of course you can. For that particular game, you can criticise Trent, but we've been waxing lyrical about Liverpool, Arne Slot and Trent all season. So I
good
feel like
point.
there are... Obviously, there's a lot of reactionary stuff, especially when you end up having a performance like that against United, who have been woeful. But I do think there is context to it.
Yeah, there's context. So it's just because we all went into it
Trying to see the
thinking
good.
it's going to be a
Trying to see the good in people.
beatdown, and it weren't.
All of
a
us did. It
beatdown.
wasn't
And I
just
think
me.
if you think to
People at home
Liverpool-
saying AGT.
I
It
think to
wasn't just me
Liverpool
that
fans,
said
it
that.
must be a shock to the system.
It was. It was horrible.
It just shows, man. Like
And I'll be honest, man. Since Alisson's come back, every shot's gone in, and that's so unlike Alisson. He should have been
back
saving that
Callaghan.
Diallo chance. It goes right in the middle of the net, and then Darwin Núñez. I mean, yes, you're right, Rob. The subs were wrong. He should have brought Trent off a lot earlier. I don't think the Elliott
Unless
sub
Bradley
made
wasn't
sense. Bradley is clearly fit and ready to go now, but the Núñez one for me, I mean, he comes on. I mean, I'm not even going to say he goes up for a header because he doesn't. He turns around and he's lucky to get away with
lucky he
it.
didn't
It's
get
not.
sent
It's
off.
not the elbow. It's more like a barge into the
Yeah.
neck chest area. But now, you know, you're suspended for the next game against Forest now. It's just idiocy sometimes with Núñez, and I think people are tired of defending him. And yeah, Trent last night. I'll be honest, it was really poor, man. Really
what do
poor.
you make of the Roy Keane?
Really poor.
The Roy Keane.
Tranmere Trent.
That's just
Tranmere,
the
Trent
Roy
and all
Keane.
that.
Did the
He
same
said
with
that about
Haaland.
Haaland. Said he's
Yeah.
League Two. Like it's
Yeah.
it's funny. Everyone gets their clicks.
He's
They
hardly
share the
Tranmere Trent.
quotes.
Tranmere said no, to be fair.
And yeah, you know, I think
Tamworth
it's
Trent.
just I wouldn't take anything he says that seriously after a result like that, where he's obviously trying to lay a little dig on.
Yeah.
I mean, what he's actually saying, if you take away the ridiculousness of saying he's
The
going to play for
headline.
Tranmere, he is right. He was defending awfully yesterday. Gave the ball away so many times, didn't win one duel, and he made Dallo look like some flying up and down winger that gets goals and assists
Who's been
every
so
week.
poor.
And it was just, I was watching it going, what are you doing, Trent? Wake up. I think I heard the term wake up around me in the Anfield. I was in
Even
the main
Bruno
stand
went over
yesterday.
there and got joy.
Yeah, and Onana was giving it to the cop. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. They played well, United, yesterday, and on another day they win that game. But that's a big wake-up call for Liverpool now. Your character, your mettle is going to be tested. Let's see what you can do.